We started the classes 12 years ago, and I did start them for my son, Calvin. He had a disability that we really didn't know too much about, and I had tried to put him in a dance class. I have been teaching dance for over 35 years, and he grew up at the studio along with my daughter, and we were at a dance competition for my daughter. And he told me then, in his own words, because he didn't have a lot of verbal language, that he wanted to dance on stage like his sister. So the process was trying to get him into a dance class, and I couldn't find anything. And as a mom, I did find a dance class at my own studio that I tried to put him in with another teacher, and it was really difficult. He was struggling a lot. The teacher was fantastic and was really trying to be more hands-on, but then the parents were getting upset, and it was hard for me as a parent to kind of see that, and yet he wanted to do this so badly. So after that, I ended up having this idea of making and doing a class, and started it for my son. When I started those classes, again, it was selfishly, I started it for my son because that was what he really wanted to do. And while I was teaching the classes, I realized the growth and the confidence that a lot of these kids ended up having within just the 8 weeks of me doing the class, because we only had an 8-week class at that time. And so I realized what a need for the classes were, because the kids came in with such confidence and enthusiasm, and when they started off very quiet and shy and reserved, and then they would come out and they were coming out of their bubbles, which is something that I would see in a neurotypical child, but I was actually seeing it in these kids too. I realized it wasn't something just that my son needed, it was something that all of these kids needed, and the families too. I have gotten really close with a lot of the parents, and I have found that it's been a good support for myself as well. A lot of us parents were isolated just into our own little classrooms at school, and sometimes I don't meet the parents at school because the kids are being bused. So this is a way that I've gotten to know and meet other parents and realize that I have a whole other family other than, my own family and my daughter's friends and stuff. So, and they understand what I'm going through, and I understand what they're going through. And so it's helped us connect too. My goal is to take and try to get this offered to as many families and students, adults and kids in different areas as much as possible. And we're just trying to see where we can kind of take it, because again, I've seen so many positive things come out of it that I want to be able to offer it to other families. And I feel like there's definitely a need, and a need for a good structured program. And I think that's something that we're able to offer. When these kids come in through the door every week, every day, they are all very loving. They've found their friends and connections. They love coming to class. My son loves coming to class. He asks about going to No Limits all the time. He wants to see his friends, and not just his friends in No Limits, but his mentor friends too. So it brings them the confidence and those friendships these kids don't always get to see. And again, a lot of our kids go to school, and having a recreational opportunity like this after school was not something they are used to. Normally our kids are we go to a doctor's appointment, or then we go to therapy, and then we go from therapy and we go to another ABA therapy, or it's constant therapies and doctors. So to be able to have something that's fun and recreational, but yet they're still learning and they're still getting those social skills and those therapy skills that they would probably get in some of their therapy classes is huge for these kids. So kindness means to me of being able to give to others in a very joyful, unselfish way. I give this because I love it so much, and I love seeing the kids' faces and the joy that they get out of it. And I think for me that's kindness. Being able to give without expectations.